Hello, dear Esther. Nice to meet you here. Thank you for accepting my invitation and being my guest here. We are going to talk about online tutoring, and let's start by introducing yourself. Tell us about you.
Okay, it's nice being here, Ken. I'm really glad you reached out to me for this. It's really nice. Okay, so my name is Esther. I'm a Nigerian and I am an online tutor. I've been teaching for over 10 years, both online and offline. So it's really, it comes natural. So let's see how this goes. All right.
Why did you decide to be an online tutor?
Okay. Basically to reach, okay,
First of
generally.
all, first of all, let's clarify. Do you see any differences between saying online tutor and online teacher?
I don't, there's really no difference when it comes to it, just different English languages. Okay, just different. A tutor is someone that teaches. Okay, and also a teacher is
Right.
someone that teaches. So basically we're doing the same thing, so just difference in languages, that's all.
Okay, okay. And why did you decide to be? But by the way, what you are an online tutor, or you call yourself online tutor or online teacher?
I call myself an online tutor.
Okay, great. And why did you decide to become an online tutor?
All right, basically, it's to be able to reach more people, aside from getting another source of income. It's basically also because yeah, I'm going to be able to reach a wider group of people. I'm going to be able to interact with other cultures and know, okay, how is teaching done in, let's say, the UK as compared to Nigeria, where I'm from, okay, or India or some other place. All right, so that's basically
Mm.
the idea behind teaching online.
So you do only online tutoring, right?
Not just, I do also a physical tutoring. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. And
Okay.
what experience and qualifications do you possess so far that are relevant to your position? I mean, online tutoring. You teach only English, or do you have another professions as well?
Okay. I'm basically, I major on English language, especially for early years. Okay, early years are from 3 to let's say 5, 6, 7. Those are early years. Okay, so I do mostly English language. And
Mm,
if it comes
I see.
down to it, I can go into other subjects if depending on who is asking. Okay. Okay. So to be an online tutor, the first thing you need to get is either a TEFL certificate or a TOEFL certificate, and that is a teaching English as a foreign language certificate. You can get that online, and there's the one for 120. The basic actually is 120 hours teaching English as a second language certificate. Then we also have TOEFL, which is teaching English as a foreign language. There's actually a difference, but people confuse it. We also have CELTA, and I think those are
Okay.
about the three that you basically have to have. So personally, I have the 120 TOEFL certificate. Aside from having a beginner's certificate in early English, early childhood Montessori certificate also. Yeah. So that is basically for the Montessori method of teaching, which is what we use for preschoolers.
What kind of students do you teach? I mean, you teach for universities or for schools?
Yes, I can prepare students for their university exams, SAT, IELTS, and other other exams, okay, that they are interested in. Although I'd love to major on mostly early years, and probably if I have to go ahead, I have to go with business English for adults or conversational English for adults. This would, those are kind of my areas of specialty. So yeah, that's it.
Okay, great. As I see from your descriptions, you have here written uh, phonics, about phonics. How do you use phonics?
Okay, so phonics is the way the English alphabets are being pronounced. Okay, they are the sounds that the English alphabets are being. They are the sounds of the English language. Okay, and it's used basically for preschoolers and those learning English for the first time. Okay, because it helps in when it comes to reading and pronunciation. Okay, so phonics, instead of saying the letter A, it is pronounced as A, because when you want to say call pronounce the word apple, it's pronounced apple, not apple. Okay, so that's where phonics comes in. And also another example is it also teaches how to merge. Okay, it basically helps in learning to read. It helps in the process of reading. All right, so if you have let me use bag. Okay, so we have
Hmm.
B-A-G. We can't say
Okay.
bag. It has to be
Right.
B sounds B, A sounds A, and G sounds G. So putting it together, that sounds bag.
Okay.
All right, so that's
Uh,
basically what phonics is for.
so it's mainly for beginners, right? As I get
Yeah,
you
it's
right.
yes, it's mainly
Okay.
for beginners.
Okay, great. And you teach also math, right? Math.
Yes, I do. Yeah.
So what level of math do you teach?
Okay. Basically, I am an early years tutor.
Ah,
Okay. So everything I'm doing has to do with kids.
okay,
Everything
I
I
see.
do, yeah. So it has to do with kids. Now, some kids tilt towards loving English, but most kids tilt towards loving mathematics. So we are here to help merge them together. That's what
Okay,
we're
I
here for.
see. Do you work half time or part time?
Okay, I work part time because I also have a class here, an offline class. Okay, that
Okay.
I yeah that I also relate with. Yeah.
Okay. Do you usually have students like zero interest in learning or zero knowledge in English, and how do you handle it?
So those they're classified into, I think, we have about five classes of English language students. We have A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, and C2. Okay. Now
Okay.
A1 is the absolute beginner. They can be not necessarily a kid. You can also have adults that have zero knowledge of English language.
How usual do you react to negative feedback from parents or students?
Wow, that's
Very interesting question.
very interesting question. Okay, all right. I'm going to give an example. I had this student I was teaching. So she's actually about 5 years old, and I had to speak with the parents one of those days, and I'm like, okay, what do you think we can do? Because you can't keep spending money, and she isn't, getting her your money's worth and all that. And she's like, okay, so what do you think we can do? And she was actually asking me because, you know, most times you accept probably physically, when it comes to um, physical classes, that when you have this one-on-one negative feedback. All right,
Mm.
probably a parent, something happened to the child, and then all I have to do is just, okay, I apologize, and after apologizing, I see how to, make it work. All right, that's
So,
basically what.
so you work together.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You have to, for each student, you have to work together with the parents, because
No.
after teaching, if you're done teaching a child and there is no follow-up by the parents, it usually has a negative effect, because most times the student loses interest if there's no follow-up. Okay, if there's no follow-up from the parents, because you really have to put your head down and, I need you to know this, I need you to do this, I need it. So that's it. You have to go with the process. You can't leave it for just the teacher, okay? The teacher just does her own part, while as a parent, because you are the one sitting with your child. So that's it.